Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Kaiserreich. We're still playing as the Philippines. We are still a little island of liberalism in a sea of radicalism. And I've tried to fix the bug of Paraguay, of the eternally released and then conquered Paraguay, by just having the Andean Popular Confederation annexing it, because that war kept happening and wouldn't stop happening. If that doesn't solve it, then it doesn't solve it. I don't really care. I'll try something else, something new. Engines. You're getting there. Agility versus speed. It's just sort of arbitrary. I'll go with agility. We're now heading to jet zone. I may not be able to do jet zone. We do not have enough trains. We can make trains. We actually have the ability to do that. Nice. And we don't... we really need to import some more factories. Producing more stuff. Since we need trains so much, we can move them here. Ireland is joined the Socialist League of the Atlantic. What? Huh. Really interesting. Okay. No longer Socialist League of the Americas. Now Socialist League of the Atlantic. Remember, kids, nations have no friends, only interests. We'll see how this develops. We now can, of course, send more volunteers, which, great. I love that idea. Right now, well, technically we don't have Marines. We should just research Marines. Yeah, there's an independent Lebanon. We got, or not independent. We have a puppet Lebanon, a puppet Syria, puppet Hejaz, puppet Iran. This is not puppet Iran. Yes, puppet Iran. Yes, puppet Iran. Big puppet Iran. And a totally integrated Armenia, which actually makes a little more sense in this timeline. Do the Czechians even have a military? I imagine the answer is no. Oh, their military leader has been replaced with a presumably semi-democratically elected leader. Good for them. Anyways. I suspect that nothing will emerge as a result of that. We're expanding island air bases. Though, the possibility of that turning into a world war yet again does exist. We, I think, will have to fight alongside. And we're going to do Guardians or Precious Skies. With significant modernization development, the Army Air Corps has grown significantly and has now become a Philippine Air Force, a separate branch from the Army. As the Guardians are Precious Skies, it will be our Skies Vanguard, protecting our island from above. I like the... I was going to say, given that this place has become socialist, it would be very funny if MacArthur were to, like, exile himself to the Philippines. And yeah, we would probably... Given the nature of our government, I think that it would be... The smart play would be to just accept them with open arms. However impolitic that may be. We are going to grab that last infiltration in depth, get better reconnaissance, and better reinforce rate. And now we have advanced submarines. Max range. We want max speed. We're trying to rush for specifically reduce sub-visibility from those experimental tiles, because visibility is important. Is that everything? That is everything. Alright, let's see what we've got here. We're gonna get better anti-tank guns. But first, we're gonna start producing advanced submarine. Actually, we're gonna wait. We're actually gonna wait exactly 5 days. Alright. It's not. It is 45, so time to get our last level of engineering. The last level of a lot of stuff. Advanced submarines. Better torpedo tubes, better engines. Upgrade with latest traits. Ah, that increases American influence, but that doesn't matter. None. We are now going to begin producing our E-boats. Electrical boat. Alright, that is... We have modern engines. I think we can begin producing... We could, let's see. Probably should get excavation. But yeah, we are going to now also start producing modern aircraft. May want to get non-strategic materials use. Because I don't... Do we have any native aluminum? We really, really don't. Absolutely not. Okay. And then... Does armor plates do anything? Yeah. Maybe we want armor plates. Maybe we get... No, neither of those do anything. We could get more rubber. How are we on rubber? We have rubber. But we don't have that much rubber. Though we're exporting nearly all of it. Right. So, actually, getting self-sealing fuel tanks instead of the armor. Because we have the rubber production. We just do not have the aluminum production. So, you know, that gives us pretty normal air defense. And it's relatively cheap to produce. The, quote, P-51 Mustang. We are now producing an Air Force as opposed to a chair force. Okay. We need aluminum. The Nords can supply it. We are going to import, even though we are exporting, we are also importing. Do I want more of this? I think that's fine. Yeah, I think that's okay. I don't really think it matters all that much. The situation with Japan continues to be a stalemate. We'll continue to rally public support. At war with non-exiled country. Guardians of our precious skies. New generation of naval officers. Throughout history, Filipinos have distinguished themselves on the battlefield, from Lapu-Lapu's victory over Magellan at the Battle of Mactan in 1521 to General Antonio Luna's fierce resistance to American imperialism. Now, a new generation of naval officers begins to rise in our republic. We should see to it that they lead the next generation. That's probably going to be it in terms of production. I don't really see a reason. Let's see. More, quote, modern mountaineers. And begin training our forces that have now been considerably expanded.
Orders.
Yep. I wish there were a way for... I mean, technically there is a conditional surrender button, but it's literally never been used by anyone at all. So, you know, I suspect what's going to keep happening is the cities are just going to keep launching naval invasions piecemeal that get defeated, and then that's just going to continue ad infinitum. Because the AI does not know how to... You know, whatever, I'll just leave it. Because the AI does not know how to launch a naval invasion. I'm debating getting armored cars, but first I'm going to get mountain infantry. I'm debating getting armored cars. I don't really know if there's a point. That is a big invasion. But it is not relevant. And they're just easily crushed. I think we are out of buttons to press. Yeah, we can get lessons from the revolution, which is temporary, and we can get our jungle, our refuge, which is likewise temporary. We may add the following effects to armies for 120 days. Yeah, I don't think that's worth it. I think we're going to wait to get that. At least for wars to start. Construction does not apply. Air production? I mean, air production might be it. Air or naval production might be it. I think we're going to do naval production. Peace deal between... Oh, Natal remains free. And so does Southern Rhodesia. That's surprising to me. I thought they would have been beaten, and beaten badly. But I suppose I am wrong. I'm fine with converting. Convert, convert, convert. Convert to the most advanced models. Okay, they are now socialist puppet. Honestly, thank goodness, because that was getting annoying. We could cut costs, but I actually don't really want to. More reliability is nice. But I think I am going to go with factory applied camouflage. And then I am going to update my infantry equipment and begin conversion. Let's improve our submarine warfare. Actually, instead of going to Manila, I might actually go to the base at Cebu. Because in the Celebes Sea is basically the only place where you can be where that works. Because it's fjords and archipelagos, which just specifically works to our benefit. Logistics company. Improved anti-tank. Then finally, the big guns.
Attention.
I'm gonna go to Tokyo. We're gonna chill out in Tokyo. Oh yeah, improve relations with these guys. Did it have a purpose? Who could say? Alright, we're running out of technologies to research. We might want basic fortification. We could stand to use basic fortification. Okay, the Italians at least have captured Taiwan. Yeah, they've captured the Ryukyu Islands. So, you know, I can see the new. Okay, the Sindies have captured everything except mainland Japan. Everything except mainland Japan. So the noose is tightening around the Japanese, but you know, something tells me that they are going to slip the knot for now. The question is, do I really want to stick around? Do I actually want the Japanese to survive this? The answer is I think I do. It is in my nation's best interest, as annoying as it is to have the Japanese hanging out. It is worse for it to just be syndicalists. Is there a way I can? They will not accept low opinion. I'm going to work to improve relations with the Japanese. They might be crazy fascists, but they are not the syndicalists. And 2 opposing powers is good for a small neutral nation. Hey, we're actually getting attacked.
Go, go, go.
Look at us go.
Ready, sir.
Alright, one of you go here. One of you go here. And then everyone do that.
Let's go.
And you fight for your life, Charlie Brown. Okay. I can send more volunteers now. That's cool.
Attention.
Um,
Commands.
I'm gonna do that.
Attention.
Ooh, and we can give out a medal. Because these are the guys who took Saigon. Good for them. That is really good reduced supply consumption. Holy guacamole. Though I don't know how much it matters. Maybe just reduced experience loss. That might be good in the long term, assuming that we ever fight in the long term. Am I going to align myself formally with the Japanese? Heck no. Am I going to stop them from getting conquered by the syndicalists? I will try. I will say, being able to... How many wars are even happening right now? Just really this one. Everything else is, like, pretty chill. Alright, so... Pyotr is going the anti-democratic route. Not the, He's not a pro-democracy monarch, shall we say. Such a thing can exist. Wow, we are... Whoa. I think we're good for now. Mountain infantry. The infrared sniper scope. Mark 1. Night vision. It's useful. Alright, anti-tank gun has been produced.
Fall in. Ready.
Alright. We got 5 Filipino divisions defending Tokyo. We should probably start working on the cavity magnetron. If anything, radar will prove very valuable. Let's see. Here's Seawolf. And you've got Inshore Fighter. And Blockade Runner. All very useful. So I feel like Silent Hunter is good. Torpedo Expert is good. But Lone Wolf, Concealment Expert, very good. Reduced Visibility is excellent. I don't want anyone to spot my submarines. Subs 1. And then we're going to divide this. I don't remember how. Subs 2. And then you are going to go to subs 1. And we're going to continue to sail the Celeb Sea. Celebes? Celebes? I don't know. Alright, we have really only one option, and that option is elevate the Mountaineers. We do rough terrain or the cold. Obviously, we're doing rough terrain. You're going to need to get some light cruisers at some point. But, you know, I don't know how valuable it is.
Yes, sir. Fall in.
You go here. Alright. This is, probably time to accelerate the speed. Let's see. Yeah, they do have the opportunity, by the way, to, quote, bring the Philippines into the fold. But, like, they're not going to do that. They've been pushed back to their home island. There really does need to exist, like, alright, we're gonna negotiate a conclusion to this type thing. Because this is never gonna amount to anything. It doesn't really matter. I don't think the AI has it in them to effectively knock the Japanese off the home islands. I've seen them do it before, but it's almost always when the Japanese have like lost almost their whole army in Manchuria, and then there's an invasion, and it just like it kind of adds up, and that's the ball game. This is not what's happening now. I don't know if we need more max fort level. If it tells anything that we really need right now. I think instead we should maybe consider getting better cruisers. Maybe cruisers? Maybe some cruisers? Consider cruising? Cruisers? Government arsenal. Maybe just reliability? We're not making any tanks, that's for frickin' sure. Armor, trains, armor. Probably trains. Scoot. Right, let's see what we're producing. War austerity train. Nothing. I guess we probably need like the defensible trains or whatever for that to be a thing. Yeah, but without the Russians sort of like swinging in, I don't really know if there is much like of a future here. The SRI holds Taiwan. Okay. Like Ryukyu is held by the French. Iwo Jima is held by the Brits. Does that mean anything? Not probably. Because the AI does not know how to launch naval invasions. I'm very curious. Very curious what the, what might be, the plan, quote-unquote plan that the Russians have. I'm going to do Living Legend now.
Yes, sir.
Do I want to try to extend the reach here? On the beach here? Sure. I get better radio intercept group, but that seems like pretty expensive. Seems like an expensive decision. Whoa! They took a port. They took a port, folks. They took a port. All right. With this, probably a false alarm in terms of an invasion. I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.